Well, hey, church. It is Monday morning, and I have had multiple people reach out already with questions or comments, expressing concern and, in some cases, frustration over my message yesterday, specifically over how I closed our time with some application of us just praying into the suffering that's happening right now in Gaza. And so, kind of in keeping with my message yesterday, this is a situation that is rippling with anxiety, with deeply held convictions and concerns and theological views on both sides of the issue. And so I can either just let this kind of simmer out there and not address it, or I can try and pause and bring some clarity to it, which is what I believe the Lord would call me to do in terms of my influence and how I steward my influence. And so I just want to bring some clarity to my intent yesterday, because I realized that it didn't come through, and offer that to you. So, as my hope was that I created a space in which we could pray for everyone, all the innocent victims who are suffering. We talked about a passage where there was women and children caught in the crossfire of a conflict that had been going on for a long time, and that today there's still innocent people suffering in the crossfire of a conflict that's been playing out for thousands of years now. So my intent wasn't to pray for one side; it was to pray for all those who are suffering, and also to pray for all those that are in power, that are making decisions that are perpetuating that suffering. And so my intent was to pray for all of that. And so I realized that it didn't come through. When I was creating the prayer slide, initially I named the people groups that we were praying for. And so I said prayer for Israelis and Palestinians. And the title was just too long to fit on my slide. And so I tried to use shorthand by just naming the place, the geography, and saying prayer for Gaza as the place where, this is kind of focused right now. It's the place where, there's so much death, there's starvation, that's where the hostages are being held. My intent was to be inclusive of that, not to choose a side. And I realized that didn't come through. But let me just reiterate. I believe that the Lord has compassion for every one of his image bearers. I think war and injustice is abhorrent to him on either side. And as the church, as the people entrusted with his message of the gospel, and even an ethos of enemy love, that our call is to pray for compassion and for intervention, and for his intervention in that. It's a situation that, honestly, I believe is hopeless apart from divine intervention. So I hope that helps. I hope that brings down, dials down some of the anxiety rather than just letting it kind of fester. And yeah, I appreciate you all. And let's keep leaning into what it looks like to make the invisible God visible in our time and in our place.